Two.
Hello and welcome to Marianne's Kitchen again. Promised that we would can up our bean soup, and here it is. It's down a little bit because we had some for supper, but what I did was it was like 9 degrees outside, so I put it out on my back porch to cool down all night and brought it back up to a boil, and now we're going to can. Alright, so I washed all my lids. I washed my bands. I washed the lids. Now the new ones say that you don't have to boil them or anything, so we'll see what happens. Gonna be mad if it wrecks everything. And I usually wash my jars and I keep them in a hot oven about 200 degrees to keep it warm so that I don't break them when I put the hot soup in. Okay. Let's get a couple jars out. Forget about it. I'll take it all out. I don't know how many I'm going to need, so I washed about 6 of them. I'll do 3 at a time. And what I have on the side is a couple tablespoons of vinegar. We're going to use it to wipe off the lids. Okay. You use your funnel. Take your jar. You have to bring your pot over as close as you can get so you don't make a mess, which is easy for me to do. I'm going to put a paper towel between. Okay. I don't know if you can see. Okay. So, you dig down deep, a couple of scoops to get the beans out and all. And then you have to put some broth in it. And that's why I got the paper towels. Keep stirring it up so that you can get an even amount of meat and beans and veggies, but you want a good amount of the broth. Okay. I'm going to stir it around. Even though it's a lot of liquid and solids, just to make sure there aren't any bubbles in it. You keep it about 1 inch from the top. Probably could put a tiny bit more in there. Okay. There we go. Now I have my vinegar, paper towel. Dip it. Run it around the side. Now what you want to do is run your finger around, make sure you have no chips. We're going to put a lid on and a band. It's super hot, so make sure you have a pot holder with you. And just fingertip tight, not super tight. And I have my water in here. You have to. This is a pressure cooker. And I put in about 4 inches of water in here. It's going to be cooking for 90 minutes. And when I get my pressure cooker canner already filled up, we'll be back. Okay, I just finished my last one. I had to take out an extra. I have 6. And I had to wash out 1 more jar and another lid. I have 7 quarts. Okay, now I'm going to move these over so that I have it put at 3, just hot enough to so that the jars don't break, but not as hot as you know, this pressure won't come up. Okay, there, got them in there. I got 7 in there. Okay, now. Need the lid. I already said it. Right now the water is almost to the top. Well, you don't want it submerged, But after I got done put my jars in there, I have about that much, maybe about 5 inches leeway. Now you want to make sure you can see through your air vent. You'll make sure this is tight. There you go. And you want to make sure this is loose. That's going to pop up. This shouldn't even come off unless it's an emergency, unless it gets too hot. You line it up with the arrow on the handle, and you twist it. And now it's locked. Now what I'm going to do, I have some left over, and that'll be for lunch tomorrow. My husband can take it to work, and I'll have some. I'm going to bring this up to high, and when it starts bending, when the steam starts coming out, I'll bring you back again. That should be maybe about 10 minutes. So we'll be back when that starts bending.
2.
And welcome back to my kitchen. All right, now I put my timer on for 10 minutes at 34 seconds. It's been steaming up like this, coming out, and the back button popped up. Now I left it for 10 minutes to bring everything up. You have to check the book, your pressure cooking book, to see what weight you put on there. I'm up in the mountains. I put 15 of the weight. This is 5. 1 is 10, and the second ring is 15. Now my alarm went off. Now I'm going to put my weight on top of the vent hole. Now we're going to wait until it starts jiggling. And depends on how long that takes. I'm going to turn it up a little bit. Now when it starts jiggling, I'm going to turn it down till it jiggles a few times a minute. Bringing it up. You don't want it too high. Okay, the water level was this high before I put jars in, and it went up to here. You never want to cover the jars with water. The only time you do cover is when you're using a water bath, and that's only for like fruit. And believe it or not, tomatoes are fruit. So when you're making anything with tomato and doesn't have meat or anything, you can use a water bath. Okay. Now I'm gonna wait for this thing to start, and I can see condensation around it. Never attempt to open it at this point. If you're going to open it, you need to take it all the way down and let everything else stop steaming before you can open it. If you open it now, you'll be in a hospital if you're lucky to be alive. This thing has so much pressure it could blow this whole place over here. But as long as you leave it alone and let it do its thing, doesn't want to be bothered. It's like a little monster that wants to do its thing. And I can see it bubbling around. So as soon as it starts rocking, we're going to bring it down to where it still rocks, but bringing the pressure down a little bit. And then we'll start the timer. And if you're using beans or meat or both, it's 90 minutes per quart and 70 minutes per pint. Okay, now it's starting to bubble. And we know everything was open, as I can tell. All the air holes were open. Jiggle, jiggle, jiggle. You can hear everything rattle. Now, if you smell the food, it's okay because some of it's going to escape because the whole thing of it is that it boils up, it pressures up, and sometimes the top of the lid, that's why you have to leave like about an inch headroom from the top so that if it bubbles up, it doesn't come out. But if you lose some, you lose some. It's okay. At the end, as long as it seals, you'll be fine. Anytime now. Okay, I'm back. It took forever, but see how it's jiggling. I'm afraid to turn it down. Probably because I have it loaded and it just took so long. Now, I'm going to bring it down a little bit because I don't want it too high up. I'm putting it down to 7, and I'm going to watch it and make sure it jiggles a few times. If it keeps rocking that fast, I'm going to try to bring it down a little bit more. I'm not going to time it until I make up my mind that the pressure is okay. Okay, I think 6.5 is good. If you have it rocking too much, or spitting out too much steam, you'll lose your water inside. Okay, I'm going to set my timer for 90 minutes. Okay, and then we'll be back after it's finished and we'll see what we got. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, welcome back to my kitchen, and it has stopped shaking. I want to bring you close to the pot so you can see what I'm talking about. Okay, let me see. All right. Okay, as you can tell, stop steaming. And this little button down here is down. Okay, let me get you back up. Husband had to go to bed for work tomorrow. It is late. Okay, now what we're going to do is turn it now. It's very hot. It's very, very hot. So, bring it over here. You turn it and put it open it towards the back. See all that steam? You don't want to get burnt. Okay. Okay, we'll give it a minute to sit. And some of it did escape, but it'll be fine. Be right back. Okay. Now, I have a pan, and I put a cover on, a towel on it. Let me see what I'm doing. But I'll show you one of the jars. I'm going to try. Do not tip it if you can help it. You see that? Okay. It's still bubbling. Okay. Still bubbling. I like to put it on a towel in case the pan is cold. You don't want anything to crack. So taking them out. Be careful. Oh, yay! That pop you hear, that's a good thing. Very good thing. Now they also popped. And I went by the directions for the new ball lids, which you don't have to put in hot water. Be very gentle with it. You don't have to tip them. That one popped on its way down. Don't tip them. Took up quite a bit of water. Okay. Now, I gotta be able to get 2 more on here. Okay. They're bubbling. They're still boiling. And we'll try to get this one in the middle. Okay. There we go. Now I've got to find a place where there's no draft, which is going to be interesting. Okay. Now, let me show you when you're finished. Now, I had my water. I'll show you where I had the water. Let me get the camera over here. See this line right here? Let's see. Okay. Got the line right here. And it's all the way down. And I put in quite a lot of water. One of these days I'll get to learn how to do that. Okay. And that's it. All you gotta do is make sure you wash this out. Let them sit out of the draft. And they're already popping. They're dirty on top, but that happens. Quite a few of them are boiling. Let's see. I don't know if you can see that. They're boiling yet. So that's awesome. And they have to calm down. And then tomorrow morning, you take off the rim and you wash them with hot soapy water. Now, if you take off the rim, if they don't all pop, they're popping. If they don't all sink in, then whatever you have, you need to put in the refrigerator when it cools down a little bit. Just remember, they're boiling hot right now. Actually, they were cooking a little bit. Okay, so that's the extent. If you have any questions, let me know. Post them underneath the video. And I want to thank you for keeping me company all day. It was a long, long day. It takes a lot of time when you're cooking and processing especially beans and meat. I want to send you my love and prayers for happiness and for good health. And thank you for coming to my kitchen. And if you do like this, just hit the like button, share, and subscribe. Okay, thank you. Come again. I hope you will. Bye-bye. Mwah.